because I think like I don't want it to get like more curly. I think this is a good amount of curl. I just want it to be like thick and bushy. Like
okay, yeah. I was gonna say, well, how much Fibonacci spiral do you want? Like, do you want it to be like hypnotic?
This is okay.
Like, okay,
no. This is maybe like one curl or just like this,
I think you need a little bit more curl just so you can casually twirl it around your finger when you're pondering and thinking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you could talk about how fucking cheap oil is in like you're in like a 1900s voice.
Bro, oil's fucking expensive.
Well, in the
right
1900s it would be, but yeah, right now it's horribly expensive. It's so annoying.
It sucks.
It really is. I hate it.
So why don't that brings me into a life update? But why don't then we just like casually funnel into what we're doing here?
We know segues
this is the what do we do on this thing? I forget.
I think
is this a TV show?
I think we cast out pods or something like that. I don't even know. I think we just like take like little like pods that people would live in and we just throw them out to sea. We cast them away. Yeah, we cast them out. Or just like a magician, we just summon pods with our wands and cast them out.
We're podcasters.
Yeah, exactly. We're podcasters. Yeah, exactly. We cast pods. Welcome, guys. Welcome to
we're here.
The pod.
The Player Power Podcast. Feels good to say.
It does feel good to say. And Corey, I'm going to let you say what episode we're on.
This is season 2, episode 8 or 9. 8 or 9.
I think it's 8. I thought it was 8. I was going to make a whole joke about how there's no way I was going to remember, but I was like almost positive it was 8. I was looking earlier.
What was our last episode? Was it the one with Ryan?
The last one was with Ryan, I believe. Wait, no, actually, no. That might have been 2 episodes ago. Hold on.
Or the one with Nico?
Maybe, yeah, actually, I think it was with Nico.
Well, Nico ended the podcast. There you go.
Yeah, Nico killed it. Well, actually, oh my God. Oh my Lord. It's episode 7, actually. We were 2-6 last time. Yeah, and it actually wasn't Nico. Nico didn't end the pod. I forgot we smashed DLC. We talked about the Mario movie Smash DLC, Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
Oh yeah.
That just came out. That's what we last did. But
wow.
Guys,
so when was that? Like June?
It's been an awkward amount of time to say the least. October?
No, October. Okay.
October was the time frame. So it's been about half a year. We took a half a year hiatus.
Yeah, half a year unannounced hiatus. Sorry about that. But you know what? We got busy. But we're back.
Life's the way, but we are back.
Things just happen, where it's like, oh, I didn't play the homework game, and oh, I need to plan my wedding, and oh, I got another dog and a cat, and oh, Ryan got another cat, and
oh my God, actually, so funny story.
New jobs
dude, so much stuff has happened in the past 6 months. Me and Corey both got a cat on the same day. We both got surprise cats. It was so funny. Corey snapped me the kitty, and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. And then I was like, I also got a kitty, and I just snapped my new cat Willow, which is crazy. But guys, we have a little bit, kind of like an update-ish episode in store for you guys. Just going to talk about life, kind of what games we've been playing since we are still in gaming, community here. And we're going to we'll wrap it up with a classic Pokemon kind of question, some of your favorite types and whatnot. And feel free to, comment below in the future what types you like, what types you disagree with on us for us. But yeah, I think we have to start with it. We have to start with the homework game, and kind of address the elephant in the room of it, because it sounds like we're both didn't do our homework assignment for a while.
Yeah. Do we? Let's open up the floor right here. We can cut any of this that we don't want to put in, but do you think we should change the format of the homework game at all?
I was thinking about it.
Well, the thing with to bring it into what I've actually done, I have played it. I did take a break for a while, but I have played it. I got past the the breakout section. I did that big boss battle with like the dragon tank.
With the dragon engine thing, the dragon tank. Hell yeah!
And I ended up getting to the future. So I'm in the future now. I have Marl and Luca back in my party. And we are in the future, and like we're running into basically homeless people who are starving and
it's like stuff. It's a very desolate like future, which is super cool. But they're like literally like anyone's asking for food. They're like starved and deprived. Did you meet another character yet? Because you will meet a character from that time zone.
No, not yet.
So you're very close to meeting the character.
I don't think I've played a lot in the grand scheme of the game. I haven't yet looked up like how long the game actually is, which is something I did with Final Fantasy Tactics, just because it's like curious. With that game even more so, I was kind of at a point where it's like, I'm cool playing this, but I want to know like how much more I have.
Yeah, how tall is the mountain? Like segment it out in a good way.
I'm not as worried about that with this game because I think this game, more than any of the games I've played so far for the Homework game, I really, really like it. Every time I play it, I'm like, this is dope. And I end it thinking like, I want to play this more.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It's just if it was on my Switch, I probably would have beaten it by now. But it's the problem that it's like on this one console attached to one TV in my house.
Yeah, so it's hard just to commit like time. I feel that. I literally was thinking about how I think the next game I'm probably gonna pick for you will be like a Switch game. I think just like a Nintendo game will be just easy for you to consume. And to answer your question, you are not that far. You're still fairly at the beginning.
I didn't think
this
feels like the first major boss battle.
So the Dragon Tank was the first major boss battle. You instantly will go into the future. That's guaranteed. After the future and you get to the next part is where it actually gets a little bit more freeform, which is like the coolest thing Chrono Trigger. You know, there's being multiple endings and stuff. There are 7 characters total. I'm pretty sure. Seven characters total that you get in your party. Typically one from each time period is essentially what it is. Aside from Chrono and Luca and Marl, they're kind of like the main 3, your squad 7 from Naruto, if you will, that are just in that time zone. But everybody else will get one from each time area that you go to, which is super cool. And you're almost to like the depth of the story in terms of like there'll be an event very soon that you'll see in the future that'll kind of explain why the future is like this, and
I think
that will be a good point for you to like. I think it'll probably wrap you in a lot more, even more than what you're liking already. But I think you're so close to like the main problem, the opening of the doors coming out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Apt metaphor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to continue playing. It's just a question of how we're going to do the format, if we're going to change it at all.
Yeah. I think I kind of like, let's maybe not like bog ourselves down, and like I think it'll be easier if we just play it at our own pace. So like I'm totally fine with that too. I think maybe as long as we have even just the tiniest thing to talk about, per episode would be good. At least as long as we don't go like 2 in a row of like didn't do it. That's probably the biggest thing I care about overall.
So that's like something else that I believe came out in the time period that we were not doing this podcast. Is that
the time skip? We're calling it the time skip arc.
Good friend of the show, Gooey Fame, came out with yet another podcast called Video Games the Podcast, and I believe there's been 1 or 2 episodes so far, and it's basically Goo is doing it with a friend, and they each pick the same game and they just take their own time to play it, and then once they're both done they record an episode about it. So it's basically like a video games book club.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty neat. Okay,
so we could kind of do something like that, but have more, at least
more periodical updates.
We'll figure it out. And also listeners, let us know, because I've received feedback about
the homework game and that it's a really cool segment. And just what are your ideas for how we can possibly manage it better and also keep it entertaining for you? Because if it's something you like, then I wouldn't want to like cut it out.
Yeah,
but also
of course.
if you think it's too long or we're pushing ourselves too much, then let us know what you think, how you think we should tackle it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, feel free to let us know. We're super open to any, critiques or criticisms in that regard. Yeah, for me, a pretty similar situation. Although I don't even have. My excuse also is superficial as shit. As always, I just horribly, ridiculously grind Super Smash Bros. All the time. That's like pretty much like my entire being is devoted to like pressing buttons with Lucas. So well, the last thing I was doing, I was still trying to clear all the B-sides in Celeste. I was doing, I beat Golden Temple is the last thing I did, and I'm currently working on the hotel B-side. I believe it's the hotel B-side. There's like one room I remember I spent like 15 minutes on straight. I got super mad, and then I just like didn't play it for like literally 6 weeks. I'm not even kidding. Like I just was like, I'm
rage
done.
quit.
Yeah, I'm like,
screw this, set. Too hard.
And it's funny, so like there's a bunch actually. I like one of the cool things for Celeste in my life, anyways, is that in this PM community, the P plus community, a lot of people really enjoy the game Celeste because it's a really good, good button moral and good game. Theme, good button pressing game, but really good themes and good message for like a lot of like LGBTQ community and stuff like that. I have so many friends that are always talking about Celeste. I see them playing Celeste all the time, and it's so cool. It's really, it always kind of reminds me to play it a little bit more. So I definitely need to give more respect to that. But yeah, I've been like solidly grinding way too much Smash. Like, actually, it's crazy. I'll show you. You saw it on Twitter. I won a random
I did see that
giveaway. I won That's a 420 giveaway and got like a decked out GameCube controller, which is freaking wild, man.
It looks sick.
Thank you so much, dude. I literally was like, I was like having like a manifestation moment of like, man, I need a new controller so bad. I ended up, there's this big tournament that happened in Connecticut. One of like the top players came down. I bought his old controller off of him for like $60 or like $100 or some shit. And like, it's good controller. There's nothing like, it was just like a classic Japanese white game controller. Actually, I have it right here. It's a good controller.
Long cord, super long cord.
Long cord, all that good stuff. Yeah. And it was a good controller, but I really like in my head, I always want I want to go sick on like a snapback capacitor this and like all these crazy button layers on this and all this stuff, and I ended up just winning a controller that had stuff in it, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And then what's also crazy is at the tournament that happened, this big tournament in Connecticut, they announced an Arcadian for Project Plus, a national Arcadian tournament. I don't know if you know what an Arcadian is, but essentially all top players, like the top 50, if you were ever ranked top 50, and certain players that are just very, very good, they're banned from the tournament. So it's like literally like it's a hidden boss underdog tournament where only those players. It's super cool. I'm very excited. So I'm very excited for that. I've been practicing like crazy for it, playing every day, and that's definitely been the main thing that's like taken away from my gaming. For like expanding my gaming horizons.
You're just practicing. What I mean? It's understandable. If you want to be, that's the realization I came to years ago, is that if I got to the point where I was good but not good enough to compete like with actually good competitive people, and I was like, okay, if I want to get to that level, I have to do nothing but play this.
Yeah, and it's a commitment. It really is, and it's hard. It's hard if you don't want to do it. I totally get that. But yeah, so like
it's just an investment,
Yeah, definitely. Going back to the actual question, which is Celeste in the homework game, I did set a goal for myself like a couple weeks ago, because we were like when we first started talking about bringing this back again, was that like I really badly want to beat this like kind of before not quite the end of the year, but I want to try to beat it before like around my wedding time, which is in September, because it's just like a good time frame to kind of look towards. So hopefully I'll be able to do that and get that done. Because it's really going to be B-sides, and then I'll do the center area. I can't remember the name of it, what it's called.
The core.
The core, thank you, the core. Yeah. So I'll be looking forward to doing that.
Then you got to do C-sides.
And I have to do C-sides. You're right, I have to do C-sides as well. I'll have to
C-sides are shorter.
C-sides are much shorter.
But they're just a lot harder, right?
Yeah, it's like the B. You know what the B-sides are like now. It's basically just like the level, but like difficulty maxed up, and the C-sides are like short bursts, but even harder. So sometimes maybe only like 1 or 2 or 3 screens, but they're like extra long screens.
Oh, so it's like hard precision, and if you mess up at like 80% in, you're like, wow, I have to do
you got to do it again.
More jumps. Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's like the homework gaming update. As we said earlier, I mean one of the reasons why this hiatus kind of happened is just like honestly, man, like freaking life. Like we're all just adults now. Like I'm sure you guys get it. Everyone's probably nodding your head saying you got your own shit to deal with. But yeah, we've been going through a lot.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, why don't we take this time then to like transition into? I'll let you open the floor first, just to kind of talk about in this hiatus, kind of however much you want to delve into, like personally as to why we haven't been recording, and also just like generally gaming wise, what have you been playing? What have you been up to? What have you been looking forward to? Stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, for me in particular, starting with life, honestly, kind of actually a crazy amount of life changes. I quit my job that I had for 7 years at the sneaker store, and I kind of just wanted a life change, man. So I kind of dropped off of that. Ended up kind of chilling for a tiny bit. I got this job as a typist for a real estate title search company, which is pretty much just like the part of like buying a house or property that you'll never ever understand. Just trust me. It's just the part where lawyers are like, yeah, this is why it takes 4 weeks to get to the next step. It's because like part of it's doing this. Anyways.
Yeah.
Been doing that for a bit. Like a month in, we got bought out by some crazy big Joe Schmo company. So now I work for another company doing the same exact thing, but another company. It literally, I'm not even kidding. It's literally like The Office, man. I keep saying that to all of my friends, but like I walk out of my house and like the theme song playing in my head, and I'm like, what am I gonna get into today? And it's
that's
so
a nice
funny.
life.
It's so funny getting bought out because like again, like we got bought out by some like random company, and now like I'm literally now Dunder Mifflin the Saber. You know what I mean? Like now I'm in the Saber part of The Office.
You're in season 6.
Exactly, which is hilarious. But so I mean that's been super good. Definitely that part of my life is I'm like a lot happier with it, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
I think definitely just for the change more than anything. Like I miss my old coworkers to death now. Now that I haven't seen them in forever. But it's definitely was good. I definitely enjoyed it, and I'm pretty happy with it overall. Other than that, biggest thing is I've just been planning my goddamn wedding. Which has been crazy. You feel bad because honestly, even in the grand scheme, Jess has been doing so much more than me. She has been like on the ball, doing so much stuff. I've been like
planning a wedding is not. It's a very intensive thing.
It really is. It really is that very cliche thing of like we're gonna do a tiny wedding. We're just gonna do it just a little thing with our friends. It's just me and you, babe. We're just gonna have fun. And then now it's like, wow, all the, like, oh my god, all the different family members are inviting, and like parents are like,
but then it's like, okay, what color napkins are we gonna have?
Yeah, oh my god, what the hell? Like,
what type of flowers are we gonna have for the centerpiece? Are we gonna do real flowers, or are we gonna get
I've been talking about cake toppers and like all these different things. I also got, she's not out, but we also just randomly got, not randomly, but Jess has wanted a second cat for a very, very, very long time. Pretty much since we got the first cat, she's wanted a second cat, and I've just like staved it off as long as possible. And then we finally got our lovely cat Willow. She's so adorable. She's unfortunately a big scaredy cat. It took a little bit to warm up to Jess and Haley. She honestly doesn't like me that much, which kind of stinks. I get a couple pets here and there, but she literally like is a nonstop purring machine and will roll and like flop all over Jess and Haley all the time. Funny. Whenever they're in this room. It's so funny. But we just we're trying to figure out how we can give her more of the house and get her more used to moving around, because we're trying to figure out how we can we're afraid if we open the door, let them interact all the time, that she'll get so scared that she'll regress back to like what she was when we first got her, and she'll be like, we'll never be able to see her kind of thing. So it's been a little bit of process. It's still been a good process, so we've been enjoying it. As Corey can see on my camera, she's destroyed the shit out of my room. She has clawed and devastated all the foam that was in my stream room, which is pretty funny, but it is what it is. But that's been pretty much it for life. As it comes to gaming, like I said, I've been playing so much Super Smash Bros. That's pretty much like my game, obviously it always has been. Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends for my shooting, addiction that I still have. I've been playing Apex, which has been super fun. I got all of my Connecticut Smash Discord into Apex, so I'm kind of like the god player that'll just like I'll just like ordain myself to walk into their group and just like carry them. It's pretty fun. Other than that, I've also gotten horribly, horribly addicted to Slay the Spire. Oh my god, I went on a rogue like run. I think I have like 130 hours on my phone, like 40 hours on my computer of just like, damn. Oh my god, so many Slay the Spire runs. Slay the Spire, fantastic game. I recommend it to anybody on the goddamn planet to play it. It's so fun. Oh my god. And Super Auto Pets. I've been playing Super Auto Pets as well. Another like strategy game. It's been very fun. How about you?
Very nice. How about me? Let's see. Well, life.
You've been podcasting, dude. You're like an expert podcaster. I'm an amateur noob now. I need to bow down to your expertise.
That's probably the biggest thing that I've been doing, kind of in lieu of this, just because like we took our hiatus and it happened to coincide with around the same time that I started getting a little bit more involved in like the Zelda dungeon side of things and a couple other things. I'm sure some of you know that I am a seasonal regular on Gooey's Dungeon Dive, which is a podcast where Gooey ranks all of the dungeons in the Legend of Zelda series. So I've been playing along Zelda games with Goo, and typically I've been coming on every season finale, and we'll discuss the games, and I'm doing my ranking as well, and we'll talk about like the differences and our opinions on them and stuff. Actually today, the season finale just came out of Oracle of Ages. So go check that out.
Nice.
If you haven't listened to it. But that means next season is the Wind Waker. And the Wind Waker is my favorite game of all time. So we're going to be doing something a little bit special, a little bit different. I don't know if I can fully disclose exactly, but you will be seeing me a lot more or hearing me a lot more for the Wind Waker season.
That is awesome. I will definitely check out every bit of that content.
And then of course on top of that, kind of right around the time, maybe possibly even like the month that we stopped doing the podcast is when we started Tier Force Heroes, which is a monthly YouTube show on the Zelda Dungeon YouTube channel. You guys should all go subscribe and watch that. That's a show where myself, Gooey, and Skull Kid Nico, we make tier lists of Legend of Zelda related topics. So our first episode was we did the villains of the Zelda series. We've done companions. We've done random instruments in the series. That's awesome. One of our most recent ones was a silly one. We ranked all of the rods, canes, and wands in the series.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that.
And I think the next one coming out, if it hasn't come out yet, is we just recently did all of the North American box arts for all of the games.
Ooh, that's cool. I like that. I like the unique kind of ideas that you guys are doing instead of doing like very default, like
we're trying to do like big ones mixed in with some creative ones that we've thought of, because like, and honestly, some of those ones are some of my favorite ones, the ones where it's like goofy. For example, we try and like, if there's a big feature on the site, maybe we'll try and time it with that. So like during March, Zelda Dungeon does their annual March Madness style tournament, but with Legend of Zelda songs, and it's musical March Madness. And to stick with the musical theme, that was the month that we ranked all of the instruments in the series. And for February, for like Valentine's Day, we ranked all of the NPC couples in the series.
Oh, that's adorable.
Like the main ones, the main NPC romances in the series. So,
oh my god, that's super adorable. I like that.
That's a very fun show. You should all go check that out. And then in addition to that, there's one more other show that I don't know how often we're gonna do it. It's probably gonna be monthly, I'm guessing, probably around the same. And it's just the new Zelda Dungeon mailbag, where it's more of a chill format. It's just where people ask questions in the comments or in the Discord or wherever, and Gooey and Nico and myself just answer them. about our opinions of
That's cool.
stuff we're looking forward to for the Breath of the Wild sequel, stuff about any Zelda games in general, our opinions, what we're looking forward to, stuff like that. So
5 words only describe how hype you are for Breath of the Wild sequel. That's 1.
Pooping pants, but also chill.
Okay, nice. Like, yeah, I know it's very succinct.
Like, it's taken too long. That's a whole separate discussion about like how the marketing has gone for that game and how COVID's affected it and whether or not they revealed it too early, how it's it's been delayed, and I don't know. That's a conversation for another time. But
hey, I like the 5 words though. I like the 5 words.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that stuff, and then just work and my regular life is crazy as usual. But you know, nothing.
Whose life isn't crazy, honestly? Like, yeah, with everything going on nowadays.
That's another thing in my life. Like Ryan said, we also got a rescue cat on the exact same day as Ryan.
She was like a kitten. So we got her at probably like 9 weeks or something like that. She was like a baby, or maybe like 10 weeks. We got her just after Christmas, like the week between Christmas and New Year's. And then on New Year's Day, we got another puppy.
Oh my God.
So it's the beginning of the year was definitely a little wild in terms of taking care of new animals, and they're all great. They're hilarious. They're so much fun. We refer to them as the twins because they basically we don't know exactly what day either of them were born, but it's pretty much within a week of each other. So we refer to them as the twins. And it's funny because since we introduced them to the family like at the same time and they're the same age, they are like best friends.
That's like amazing. That's actual Milo and Otis. Oh my God.
It's hilarious because like they'll both, and it's completely reciprocal. Like sometimes Monty will initiate it to Maple, who's the cat, or Maple will initiate it to Monty, who's the pup. Like one of them will just be like laying around minding their own business, and the other one will like pounce on them and start wrestling them and biting them, and they just wrestle all the time. It's really funny. But yeah, they've been good. Work's been good. Kim actually has also gone through, job changes. She recently got accepted into that was probably a few months ago actually, but she got accepted into graduate school. She's going back in the fall.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So that's going to be sweet. That's pretty much it. Trying to take care of the goddamn lawn.
Oh my God, bro, I know.
Work.
Listen, man to man, lawn to lawn. I get it. It's so annoying.
How are the weeds? How are the weeds this year?
They need to be whacked, bro. They need to. I actually
whack that shit.
For my birthday, Jess's dad got me a Ryubi battery powered weed whacker, which works with a battery I have.
I have the same one. Is it green? Is it like lime green?
Yeah. Oh my God, wow, that's insane. What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, same cats, same Ryubi weed whacker. But yeah, so I have that now. So much nicer than carrying that goddamn cord around. Like, men, am I right? Am I right, men?
Yeah.
It's
right, boys.
Right, boys. Oh my God, yeah. It's it definitely is the video gamer in me, but like, I want to make my house so nice on the outside. Like I want to max spec out my house. You know what I mean?
Me
like
too.
I want like best in slot gear for my house.
Yeah.
Like I want people to walk by and be like, "Wow, damn, that guy's got his
the 5-star Animal Crossing Island rating."
Yeah, exactly.
I want the Happy Home Academy to send me a damn medal in the mail.
Dude, exactly.
And say you've done great. Your house is worth this many points.
So, anyways, video games.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah. Video games. Nerd.
In terms of what I've been playing, in the time span that we have not been podcasting, 2 Pokemon games came out. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl came out. Played through Brilliant Diamond. That was good. It was probably my least favorite out of all the Pokemon remakes so far. It just wasn't anything spectacular. They didn't do enough new to it.
I heard a lot of comments like that.
It was still cool. It's still going to be my go-to Sinnoh game just because it's Sinnoh with a facelift, and the underground. That was honestly one of my favorite parts was the Grand Underground. Like I loved the Grand Underground. It was a lot of fun. And then of course Legends Arceus came out. Legends Arceus. That game
that's
rocked.
That's the Pokemon Coliseum of Switch. Like, that is literally just the like, I really hope they don't one off that game. If they one off that game, dude,
yeah, I don't know,
dude.
We'll see. We'll see what it's interesting because like that was a concept that like I had for another episode is like stagnation versus progression in a series. Like when do you stick to the same formula versus when do you start trying new things? And Pokemon is a series that, you know, the way that the series has been going in recent years has been in a direction that general hardcore Pokemon fans, which statistically are most of the Pokemon fans. You'd think that most of the Pokemon people playing Pokemon are kids because it's geared toward kids, but statistically that is not true.
Yeah, makes sense.
Like people think that the games are getting too easy, too handholdy, yada yada yada, stuff like that,
and sticking to the formula a little bit too much. And this was definitely a big like let's try and do something different. And it's like I've heard people describe it as like a perfect proof of concept for what an awesome Pokemon game could be, and I think it was if they took some of the elements from Legends Arceus and blended it with some of the core mechanics, it would be
the perfect game.
Best.
Yeah.
And something that is cool. Well, first of all, I played the shit out of that game. You saw on Twitter. I posted like,
oh my god.
After I completed the Pokedex and like did all that crap and got the shiny charm and stuff, I was shiny hunting for a while, and I got to the point where I had like 24 different shinies, and then I was like, let me stop there because the Switch only lets you post 4 screenshots at once, and I can only have a team of 6 out at once.
So I had flex an entire screenshot of shinies.
I had the perfect amount of Pokemon for me to make one Twitter post worth of look at my shiny Pokemon, and then once I did that, I was like, yeah, I'm probably good with
time
this
to
game
hang
for
up
a
the
while.
cape. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great game. So I played a bunch of that, and then of course
we didn't get to talk about it,
but Gen 9 was revealed.
Yeah.
The region that's most likely going to be based on
Weed
it looks
Cat.
like it's going to be based on the what is it, Iberian Peninsula, Spain and Portugal and stuff. And the starters got revealed.
Weed Cat.
Sprigatito is. They're all. I actually really like all of them. I don't know. We'll have to see what the evolutions look like, but I'm pretty split on all 3 of them so far.
Yeah, actually, so I agree. This one, it seems like there's. I don't know. Like, I guess again, like I obviously have fallen a little bit off of Pokemon, or I guess now at this point I've fallen off of Pokemon. But like, I know Sun and Moon to me had literally almost 0 grab. Like, I hate to say that, but I think a lot of people kind of were thinking like it just didn't. I mean, the Alolan stuff was really cool. Like the different forms of Pokemon, such a cool idea. But yeah, it seems like this one there's already like, I don't know. I guess it seems like there was more time to put more original thought into this Pokemon iteration.
Well, that's my one thing is like I feel like they revealed it very early,
especially because they just had a remake and Legends Arceus come out just within the past like 6 months or something.
But it looks like, who knows how long this has been in development for, but it looks like
they're lending the game more towards like an open world type of thing, which is very much what Arceus kind of behaves like. It's not, you're still in set areas, but when you're in the area,
it's
as long
full
as you
exploration.
have the ability to get somewhere, it's like full rain.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're going to be incorporating a lot more exploration just based on, I mean, we've only gotten one trailer, but based on the information we have and based on what it looks like, it seems like it's going to be a really cool, big open adventure. And that's really exciting. Nintendo Switch Online started with the N64 thing. So I started playing Banjo-Kazooie for the first time.
Oh my God. Yeah. Nice. Banjo-Kazooie is so good. Dude, the music, oh my God, the OST of Banjo-Kazooie. Mumbo's Mountain.
I'm loving it.
So good. Yeah. Oh my God, so good.
I'm loving it so far.
I'm happy you're like, it's a good game. It's a good game.
I'm on the snow level.
Ooh, nice. Wow, actually, okay, you're a good clip in then. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
I probably could have beaten it by now, but I've made sure that I 100%ed every level so far.
Oh, you got like all the Jinzos and everything?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. You're definitely, I mean, you're that kind of guy, so like it makes sense. I'm really happy that you're playing Banjo-Kazooie, because like that, I feel like that was just like a random category of game that is perfect for you, and you just... It's perfect for you.
This is another game where it's like I was perfectly ripe in the demographic for people who should love this game and should have played this game. For some reason, we just never got it.
Yeah.
I'm positive if I had it, it would probably be one of my favorite games of all time. My only memories of playing Banjo and Kazooie are at like Eric's house, maybe once or twice.
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, that game is, oh my god, 100% such a good game. I love I love the goofiness of the game. I don't know. It's very good. It's
incredibly goofy and endearing and very
charming.
Besides that, I'm sure I've played a few other games that I'm blanking on, but the other game that I played through completely fully that I bought, it's called Flynn, Son of Crimson.
Flynn, Son of Crimson. Okay, I've not heard of it.
Flynn, Son of Crimson. It's developed by it's like an indie game that was available on the Switch, and I saw it I think in one of the indie directs or something, and I was like, that looks really cool. Like the art style is fantastic. It's like really, really nice, like high resolution pixel art and stuff. It's developed by Studio Thunder Horse, and it's built using the Game Maker engine. It's one of those small ones. It was published by Humble Games. There's only one composer. It doesn't seem like a lot of people worked on it, but it's available on a bunch of different platforms. And it's kind of like an action platformer type thing, like think Shovel Knight, Mega Man type thing, where it's a lot of platforming levels mixed in with heavy combat and like the occasional exploration puzzle here and there. Like it's a 2D platformer type thing, but I don't even know how to summarize the plot. It's basically like there's a bad guy and like your parents are dead because there was a war with this bad guy back in the day.
It sounds like every fantasy book I've ever read.
You're the son of like a goddess and some random human guy, I think. And they both died in this war, but you have like this power, the power of Crimson or whatever. And you're able to manifest that into different weapons. Like you start off with a sword and like it kind of starts off almost like Hollow Knight like mechanics, where it's just like running, moving, jumping. There's like a roll, dodge, and there's like slash your sword. And as you go along, you get different weapons. Like there's an axe where it's like it does a lot heavier damage, but it's slower to hit. And then there's like claws where like if you swipe when you're in the air, they keep you in place and they're a lot faster, but they do less damage.
Yeah.
And then there's also like different spell casting abilities, like a lot like Hollow Knight combat mechanics. And the cool thing is that there's a skill tree, so you can develop your skills differently, and then there's cool little collectibles, and it's nothing incredibly groundbreaking, but it was a very, very fun game.
Good. That's
all
that matters.
I'm glad that I played it and checked it out. And it's got like a really cool aesthetic. The music's really good. The boss battles are the best part. Like the movement in the game itself is really cool. It's a lot of fun. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. It's available on... Anyways, it was released in September of 2021, and it's available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows. It's available on Mac.
Wow,
which is
that's impressive.
That's something.
That is something.
You can get it somewhere. It's
available. I'm looking at some footage right now. I really like the art style already.
Yeah,
already art super clean. Beautiful.
Very cool, fun game.
I always have such a deep love for pixel art. My only other random little tidbit I want to say is that I also randomly, you said Mega Man, which reminded me of it. I've been going on a random spree of playing all the old Mega Man Battle Network games.
Nice.
So I've been doing that on my computer. It's been super fun. I hooked up my GameCube controller to it, so I could play it with my GameCube controller. So much better. Oh my god. But I've also been playing 30XX, which is a co-op roguelike Mega Man game. So it's like Mega Man, but so you do like runs, you know what I mean, like a roguelike game.
Yeah.
And you get all these different power-ups that that modify and boost your character, and you can play as X or as Zero. They're not called X or Zero, but you can play as those two characters, and you can play with your friend. It's a co-op game, and it's a whole platformer of Mega Man. It's really, really fun.
That's pretty dope.
It's ridiculously fun. Very, very fun.
Nice.
Highly recommend.
Very nice. Yeah, so that's,
good.
That's pretty much it for what I've been gaming.
I like it.
A few things, here and there in between. There are also other games that I'm working on. Obviously, I played Chrono Trigger a couple times, and I've started finally playing the Splatoon 2 DLC, the Octo Pass expansion or whatever.
Yep.
Because I never played that when it came out, and now it's free for people who have Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. That's something that I really like that they've started doing is like for people who have a paid Nintendo Switch Online service, they're giving you just some DLC for free if you own the game.
Sick.
Like they did that with the most recent paid DLC for Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Well, why don't we talk some Pokemon then? If that's all the updating we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, to kind of wrap off this nice little adventure we've had tonight, slash today, slash afternoon, slash whatever you're listening to this. We're gonna, kind of chat about Pokemon. We talked about Pokemon Arceus for a bit, but I don't think we actually have talked about our favorite Pokemon.
I don't think we have. Least, yeah.
I don't think we have. Yeah, we really haven't. So I figured it'd be fun to, just kind of maybe. I guess we could. I mean, I feel like we probably have to just go through all the types, so we won't go too in depth on why we like them. But I think we should just kind of, each say what our favorite type, what our favorite Pokemon is per typing of is it 16? I think 16 types.
18.
18. My bad. 18.
I think. Right. I might be wrong actually.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait, hold on.
17. I should know this.
It's 17. It's 17.
Okay, 17.
Is it 17? Is it really 17?
It was 16, and then they added Fairy.
Oh, yeah, they only added one. Oh, yeah. Oh, so it is 17. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, actually, maybe you're the same. It's pretty funny because you can tell that I clearly have only, my opinions extend out to X and Y, because that's the one that I played. That's the last one I played a crapload of. So that's probably the newest favorites that I have from certain generations.
You're missing out on some great ones.
I actually am. I've seen some of the sick ones. There are some really cool Pokemon that have come out, but they are not my favorite because I just I didn't vibe with them.
Yeah.
But I figured we kind of rattle off some fun ones. You can kind of just give a little blurb as to why you like them, and take it from there.
Yeah.
Cool. Unless you go first. You go first. What type do you want to talk about first?
Ice. Let's talk about the ice type. Ice type is really cool. Statistically, one of the worst. It's one of the worst types in the game, unfortunately.
Also, not gonna lie, I think it is 18, and I think that was literally the one I didn't have because I was looking at it. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, wait. I still was right. You were right. I still don't know what my favorite ice type is, so it's totally fine. But
you were counting your list? You weren't even looking up how many types there were?
No, because I just had it up in the moment, I just had it up, yeah.
Yeah, so ice type, basically, it comes down to a lot of weaknesses and almost no resistances, or almost no meaningful resistances that are not, a lot of times the problem with ice type is, if they have a resistance, a lot of the dual type ice types, having a dual ice type is almost never beneficial. It usually just adds a bunch of weaknesses, as opposed to cool types where it's if you add this type, then it cancels out that weakness or whatever, Usually it just gives a weakness to fire, weakness to fighting, steel, rock.
See, but ice also is just one of the cool, it's one of the cool ones.
One of the
you
coolest.
Know what I mean?
Literally one of the coolest.
It is indeed.
Also, offensively, pretty strong in terms of moves,
ice moves very good. Ice Pokemon, not that good, but ice moves super good. So who's your favorite? Do you want me to go first? You want to go first?
You go first. I gave you ice type. You go first.
You're right. You're right. So this is a little tricky because if I'm going to be totally honest, Alolan Ninetales is so freaking cool, but I only know it strictly from just like a look thing. Like I never played anything with Alolan Ninetales in it, so I don't really want to count it. But the second I saw Alolan Ninetales, I was like, yeah. The second I saw Alolan Ninetales, I was like, wow, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen. But I also tried very hard not to do a lot of legendaries, but honestly, Articuno is honestly one of the coolest ice Pokemon that you could pick. It's a classic ice Pokemon in my opinion. Obviously, from like the Pokemon movie 2000, like it just Articuno's always been such a cool Pokemon. I also, out of the three like main birds when I was a kid, red, yellow, or blue, I was like, I'm obviously picking blue. You know what I mean? Like blue is just like the thing to pick. So hands down, Articuno. Articuno's definitely my favorite.
Are we doing like any honorable mentions or multiple, or are we just doing like the one favorite from each type?
I think if you have some ties, feel free to give some honorable mentions. I mean, like if I'm going to with ice, I mean, I actually, one thing I'm trying really hard to do is I'm trying really hard not to, like, I want the typing to be not quite the main thing of it, you know what I mean? Like, but like I don't really want to say like I don't know, like
if it's
like
a dual
Galarian
type, you don't want to
Mr.
say
Mime.
it for.
Yeah, exactly. I want it to be as close to ice as I can. I would say like otherwise, like honestly, Cloyster is pretty awesome because you could be moister than the average Cloyster, and I think it's a really great
Cloyster's in my top 10.
Oh, look at that! There you go.
Articuno's my number 12.
I would probably say like for me, Articuno, Cloyster. Honestly, I've always loved Spheal. I think Spheal,
hell yeah,
very fun. Spheal's a fun character. Hate Dugong, love Spheal.
My favorite ice type is hands down Weavile. I love Weavile.
Ooh, Weavile is sick.
Weavile
is sick.
My favorite region, I think, it kind of goes back and forth, but one of my favorite regions is Johto, and I was very, very into Sneasel in that generation, and I always thought it was a shame.
I remember that.
I always thought it was a shame that Sneasel didn't get an evolution. And then, of course, Gen 4 comes around, and Sneasel gets an evolution with Weavile, and Weavile is just an absolute badass.
Such a badass type combo of Dark
Ice is a sick typing.
So badass. It's so badass.
It's basically like a ninja with a sick headdress thing. Super fast, super strong, just absolute badass all around.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you said Spheal. Walrein is my number 2 on this list.
Nice. Look at that.
I also actually, I don't know if you ever heard of it or anyone out there, but a nice handy tool. I actually already have these at the ready. Like, I have pages of my saved.
Oh my god.
There's a website called I think it's called like Cave of Dragonflies or something. Look up Cave of Dragonflies favorite Pokemon picker. And it's basically just a little tool that has a bunch of Pokemon, and you can filter it based on...
Yeah, the Dragonfly Cave is what it's called.
Yeah, that's it. You can filter it based on types. You can filter it based on generation. You can include alternate forms. You can include megas. You can make it shiny version. And that's a super useful tool for helping narrow down your favorite Pokemon. So there have been a couple times... That's... The funny thing is, I kind of do this, regularly. I try to do it maybe, twice a year, because, my opinion on Pokemon change. Mm-hmm. So I try to do this semi-regularly. And there have been times where, I come up with a list, and I'm like, where is this Pokemon? Why is this Pokemon not on here? Something's wrong. And there is a way for you to be there's an option to be oh, your favorite Pokemon not here, find out what happened. And you can type in their name and it'll tell you kind of when you didn't pick them.
Oh, that's really cool. I'll have to do that. That's a super fun idea.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
you pick
Ice. Yeah. Ice was a good one. Let's bounce it back to the opposite side. Let's go to Fire. I think that's a classic typing.
Ooh,
obviously, Fire type being I don't know, the one of the obviously 3 main types when it comes to every starter.
Yeah.
Overall, I don't know. I think it's just a little kid's. It's a little boy's dream, little boy or girl's dream, just to breathe fire, have a fire Pokemon. So it's just a good type to talk about. What's your
Fire's a classic type.
Give me a couple.
Fire's a pretty strong offensive type. This is one where because it's one of the main starter types, naturally you're going to have a lot of starters in there.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise. My favorite fire type is one of the starters. My favorite fire type ever is Infernape.
Really?
I love Infernape.
Wow.
Yeah, my favorite.
Interesting. Okay.
My favorite Pokemon tend to be the ones that hit fast and hit hard.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And Infernape definitely does that.
That's what Infernape does. And Infernape is like just. My uncle used to call me Monkey Man when I was younger. Mm-hmm. And like Infernape is just super dope. Badass martial arts warrior.
Yeah, but what about Monkey Flame? Oh, I'm just kidding.
No, the elemental monkeys suck.
I know they do. They also look horrible when they're like fully evolved. They look bad. Also, like I don't know, Simipour I think is such a bad name.
Simipour is one of my least favorite Pokemon ever. But
fair enough. Wow.
I actually fire is one of it's among my favorite types. I might say it's like in my top 5 favorite types, just because there are a lot of different fire types that I really love. This is one where I kind of have to like include some of the other ones. I'll at least include my top like 3. So it's Infernape. Another one is Typhlosion.
Oh yeah.
Naturally, you know,
sick. That's a sick
Typhlosion
Pokemon.
Was super badass in Gen 2. That's one of the coolest sprites in Gen 2 is like when your opponent has a Typhlosion. You just look so badass. And then of course, it's like a flip-flop between Arcanine and Growlithe because they're just classic furry dogs, man. I had you know what, actually, I haven't done this since since Legends Arceus came out, and I think Hisuian Arcanine is probably up here on this list too. Hisuian Arcanine is absolutely badass. And it helps too that I caught a Hisuian Growlithe and I named it Monty after my pup.
That's adorable.
I had a big Hisuian Arcanine named Monty.
I think the Hisuian Arcanine is awesome. Hisuian Growlithe is like it's that freaking type of dog breed, like, you know, with like the covered eyes, and so like I'm always like I like normal Growlithe better, but like the colors of Hisuian Arcanine is so good.
It's interesting that like from what I've heard, it seems like the general opinion has been the opposite. That everyone absolutely loves Hisuian Growlithe, and people are kind of on Hisuian Arcanine, which for me, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, I'm the opposite with that. So,
like,
funny
I
enough,
think Hisuian Arcanine rivals regular Arcanine for me on a good day.
I could see it. So funny enough, my favorite fire type is literally, it was a tie. I did the slash. It was Ninetales or Arcanine. Like, honestly, like it's the most.
Ninetales
like,
is like my number 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's like the most OG pick for fire types. If you're not picking Charizard, everyone's like Ninetales or Arcanine. Like,
red or blue. Did you have red version or blue version?
Yeah, exactly. And so like both those Pokemon, honestly, have like such like a strong, like such a badass feel. Like if I was like those 2 Pokemon hands down were like when I was a kid, when you would just like imagine yourself being a trainer and you'd have like a Pokemon by your side, bro. If you had a Ninetales next to you, that's menacing. If you had an Arcanine next to you, your Gary Oak, that's menacing. Like aside from that, you know, my only other big like runner up that I honestly would want to give is actually I'm not gonna say this yet because I put this Pokemon in the other typing, even though they're technically fire first, but I'll explain once we get there. Aside from that, I love, like, this is also super default, but I love Blaziken. Blaziken's also a badass.
Oh, of course.
Of course, like
literally
Blaziken's like a crowd
right
favorite.
after Ninetales for me.
Yeah, Blaziken's like a crowd favorite. He is so cool.
Man, those fire starters, dope.
Yeah, starters are so dope. Blaziken is honestly so dope. But yeah, I would say if I had to pick one fully, it's honestly going to be Arcanine. Arcanine is just like, oh my god, perfect Pokemon. Badass. It's so badass. It's just badass. Like,
I love in Pokemon Let's Go that they brought back the following Pokemon, but that's easily the best they've ever done following Pokemon, because they all follow you or travel in a different way. And if you have Arcanine, you just automatically ride on it.
Yeah,
and
which
is
so
sick. Badass riding around town on an Arcanine. That's the coolest feeling ever.
100%.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do one that's a little bit less extraordinary. One that kind of gets undersung a little bit. Who's your favorite normal type Pokemon?
Ooh, interesting. My favorite normal type is another classic gen Pokemon. I love Persian. I'm actually a very big Persian fan.
Wow, interesting.
Yes, I don't like Meowth.
What are you, a villain?
Meowth
What are you,
I don't
Giovanni?
like Meowth. I am Giovanni. I don't like Meowth at all, actually, because of Team Rocket. Like, talking Meowth drove me nuts as a kid. But I thought Persian, like, I actually, so, like, it's funny because I really enjoyed the Pokemon episode of Meowth versus Persian. Like, that whole little bit that Meowth has. Super, it breaks your heart, man, But, like, Persian, honestly, was just, like, I think it's just, like, such a cool Pokemon. Just in terms of, like, obviously a big cat fan. You know what I mean? Like, I like cats. Cat. But, like, I just really liked the kind of, like, Panther-esque, Persian feel to the Pokemon.
Very athletic. That's another Pokemon that in Let's Go, you ride it. And it's very fast.
I mean, like, for me, because I feel like when you think of, like, normal types, like, I feel like my go-to, like, in my head normal type that everyone would probably talk about is, like, Kangaskhan. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Kangaskhan's a big one.
I think Snorlax. Everyone loves Snorlax.
Oh, yeah, Snorlax. Duh. I can't believe it. Snorlax. Yeah, Snorlax, too. But, like, I don't know. I kind of I've always just vibed towards it. And I can't pick Eevee because obviously if I'm going to pick an Eeveelution, it's not going to be normal Eevee. It's going to be something else. Which is actually a good bonus question for the very end, what your favorite Eeveelution is. But yeah, I would say honestly a pretty hard Persian with, if I'm going to give a secondary, an honorable mention would be Apom. Apom's pretty sick.
I love Apom. Mm-hmm. Apom's on mine too.
Apom's pretty badass.
So Johto, that dang Johto region, my favorite normal type, who is actually, I have come to realize after doing the favorite Pokemon picker several times, is probably like my second favorite Pokemon ever, if not definitely top 5, is Teddiursa.
Ooh, Teddiursa is really
I do
good.
Love me a Teddiursa.
Oh man, Teddiursa's adorable.
Teddiursa is, I was a big Winnie the Pooh fan when I was a kid too, and Teddiursa's got a very similar thing going on. Obviously the Teddiursa and Ursaring have like the moon vibes going on with the names and with the aesthetic, but like all of Teddiursa's dex entries are basically just like, it loves honey. It sticks its hands into honeycombs and just sucks its hand all day. And I think that's the cutest thing. It's literally just like an adorable teddy bear Pokemon. And I want to cuddle it and love it. It's amazing. It's the best. And by extension, Ursaring is the next one. Like, when I do the rankings, like, I try and separate them by actual Pokemon, but sometimes it's just the love.
It's kind of like the evolution of the family of the Pokemon. Yeah, I understand.
Unless there's like a glaring difference where it's like I love one and hate the other one, which isn't very often. But but then literally my next one is Apom, just because the same thing. I was Johto. Johto was my shit. I love the Johto region. I had a little.
Johto is cool.
I used to have when I was a kid, they were about this size, maybe like 2 inches tall, just little like rubber plastic like little Pokemon figures of the Pokemon, and I had one of Apom, and I just used to have it hanging around, and it's just very nostalgic Pokemon for me, very fun. That's one where like Ambipom isn't even in my top like 30 normal types.
But Apom top tier. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. And honestly, Teddiursa is a fantastic pick. I 100%. I agree with that.
Love it.
Good pick. All right. Let's go to I think a pretty popular typing overall, the dragon type. What's your favorite dragon Pokemon? I think this is definitely one that's very
type.
I think this really picks you as a person when you pick your favorite dragon type.
So I don't know if my favorite dragon type.
I feel like my favorite dragon type. Well, you know what though? I think this is one where I'm gonna have to give it a tie. I have 2 favorite dragon types, and it honestly depends on what day of the week you ask me.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they're from the same region. They're both from Gen 3. My favorite dragon types are Altaria and Flygon.
Ooh, nice. I was literally debating Flygon making this list.
Interestingly enough, like you'd think most of the pseudo legendaries are dragon types. And I think
in my mind, like if you ask most people what's your favorite dragon type,
they're probably going to tell you one of the pseudo legendaries or one of the legendary Pokemon. I would think. Like I'm sure you'd probably get a lot of like Dragonites, a lot of
Salamences.
Salamence, yeah,
Garchomp.
a lot of Dragapults, Garchomp for sure. But these two, man, they have that perfect Hoenn Gen 3 Pokemon design where it's like a super dope, unique creature that's got its own personality. It's not over complex, but it's not too simple. And I just love the aesthetic and vibe of both of them. I love that Flygon has like the Darner, almost dragonfly type look about it, and that it's got like the safety goggles and the red and green. I actually, funny enough, both of these are Pokemon that I've loved for a long time, but my love for them was also revamped in Pokemon Sword and Shield, because in Pokemon Sword, after I beat the league and I was kind of just like, all right, I've used plenty Galar Pokemon, let me just get the Pokemon I like now. And two of the Pokemon that I used like in a lot of the post-game stuff were an Altaria, and I was hatching eggs to try and get a shiny Dreepy so I could get a shiny Dragapult.
Ooh, that
and
would
like
be sick.
I went through hundreds of eggs and didn't get it. And then just because of what other Pokemon I had in the daycare, I happened to have a Trapinch. And I was like, why don't I hatch a few eggs? Within 10 eggs, I got a shiny Trapinch.
No
and
way.
Evolved it into a shiny
Flygon.
And
That
then
is so
badass. By the time that I finished doing the Galarian Star Tournament and stuff, I had gotten both that Altaria and that shiny Flygon to level 100. And those are two of the only Pokemon. There's only a handful of Pokemon ever that I've gotten to level 100, and those are two of them.
Wow. I love that. Yeah, for me, so again, this is me being kind of like old school, and obviously like my love of Pokemon's younger. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my runner up was Noivern. I fucking love Noivern, mostly because it was a powerhouse in my team.
Noivern's number 4.
Noivern with Draco Meteor was a powerhouse player for me. Absolutely. In my competitive team. Anyways, so shout out to Noivern. Not my favorite though. My favorite actually. Listen, I was one of the kids that got horribly disappointed. Okay. I was horribly disappointed during Gen 1 because my favorite dragon type is Dragonair. I thought Dragonair was so fucking cool. I love serpentine dragons, a very big serpentine dragon guy. So let me tell you how fucking disappointed I was that it wasn't like a 3-headed Dragonair that I was going to evolve it into. It was a giant orange balloonish creature. I was mad, bro. I was mad when I was a kid because I thought Dragonair was so...
I love Dragonite.
I mean, Dragonite, like, I have appreciation for Dragonite now, but, like, there was this idea I had in my head when it first evolved, and I was not expecting Dragonite. Let me tell you, I was not expecting dope-yes Dragonite to be like, hey! Like, it's
Bro,
like,
Dragonite's imposing, though. In all, basically, the first episode Dragonite was in, Dragonite was that literally, like, kaiju-sized Dragonite coming up from the side of the lighthouse. Remember, it's like stomping in the ocean, and it's so big.
But it looks like it literally looked like a giant balloon thing you'd see at a car like lot that I could pop like with a needle. Like
it is decisively friendly looking.
It is decidedly
friendly looking.
But yeah, I think I really liked. I loved Dratini. I was like, oh my god, this is adorable. It's a freaking like it's a dragon. It's so cool. Dragonair was like, oh, this is more elegant, more sleek, and I really liked Dragonair as a kid. And it just kind of has to be my favorite, I think, just on principle. You know, I definitely, in terms of using Pokemon more, I definitely use, obviously, like, the Pseudos more. I definitely use Noivern a lot more. I think the only other one I want to give a quick shout-out to, not to make these horribly long, because we have so many more types to go through. Bagon. Bagon is a good dragon. Good little dragon. Love
more
Bagon.
Than Salamence?
Yeah, I hate Shelgon. Honestly, it's Bagon, then Salamence, then Shelgon. Shelgon is meh. Salamence is like pretty cool. He almost looks too dragony. Like, I'm sorry, he looks too much like a dragon for Pokemon.
Salamence is up. Salamence is like my number 7.
Yeah, I love Salamence. He's really cool. Like, you have to like him.
Dude,
but he's
Mega Salamence, the Crescent Razor Moon.
Sick. That is pretty sick. But Bagon honestly is like a cool little dude. Like he's a cool little guy. I like him.
Yeah, Bagon's hilarious. Bagon's has
one of my favorite Pokedex entries, and the whole concept is that its head is hard because its only dream is that it wants to fly so bad. So it constantly hurls itself off of cliffs in an attempt to fly. And just through trial and error of throwing itself off of cliffs and hitting its head, that's why its head is so hard.
That's so funny. I didn't know that.
And that's why it's awesome that eventually, by the time that it evolves into Shelgon and then evolves into Flygon, Salamence.
Salamence, yep.
When it learns into Salamence, it automatically learns the move Fly.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Its dream came true.
I really like that. That's a dream come true. I
don't know if that's in every generation. That might just be in some, but
that's super cool. And actually, it was funny. I was looking up some because I was like trying to like, I was like looking up a list of Pokemon to like remind myself of like some of like one thing I did want to say. I have no idea. I'm assuming this must be a legendary Pokemon because it just looks so insanely badass. But whatever the heck Eternatus is, Eternatus looks so cool. No idea what it is. God. It looks like it's like
Eternatus.
Oh, do you really? Oh, it looks cool. It looks edgy.
It's not even a Pokemon.
Oh, it's not.
What even is it? I mean, like it is, but like, what the hell even is it? What's it supposed to be? That's cool. The legendary. That's one of the legendaries from Sword and Shield.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
that's the third. Gotcha. That's the third legendary, and you can only ever like. It has a G-Max form because Gigantamaxing is the big thing for Sword and Shield. It's almost like Mega Evolutions, but it's only lasts for 3 turns, and only some Pokemon have different forms.
Okay.
Gigantamax Eternatus is literally just a giant hand sticking out of the sky. And like it's basically it's designed only as a boss battle. And like I'm pretty sure you can't like use it in battle.
Huh. That is kind of weird. That's a little cringe actually. A little cringe. But it just looks cool. I'm sorry, the sprite to me looked cool. As an edgelord, as a resident edgelord, it looked cool.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
Understandable.
Understood, yeah. Anyways, moving on.
All right. So how about let me hit you with this. What is your favorite psychic type?
Ooh. So, another classic. I mean, this is like literally the most. I mean, I feel like everyone can just guess whenever I say classic psychic type. They're like Alakazam. I'm sorry, Alakazam.
Okay.
Alakazam's just cool. I always wanted to bend
Alakazam's in my top 10. Like you can't deny it's badass.
I wanted to bend spoons when I was a kid. I literally would stare at spoons when I was a kid. I was like, I could fucking.
Oh my god, I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm sure you do. So like Alakazam. Yeah,
you just wanted your Harry Potter moment where it's like you're in your room and like people are yelling downstairs and you're just like, oh dang, I wish like and then the spoon bends and you're
listen, I wanted my Matilda moment so bad as a kid.
Yep.
Oh my god, like crazy. But I mean, so like obviously Alakazam, like everyone's heard of Alakazam a million times now. It's just such a cool looking Pokemon. On it, like I remember trying to catch an Abra as a kid and getting so mad when it would teleport on turn 1. I used to get so mad. I mean, some quick runners up. I mean, obviously Mewtwo. Mewtwo is one of the coolest psychic types known to man. Fantastic Pokemon. Obviously in Smash Bros, so I have to like it more. I mean, honestly, for psychic types, I'm kind of meh on them. I thought Malamar was always cool.
Wow,
I thought Malamar was
really?
A cool Pokemon.
I thought you would like psychic types.
I like the concept of psychic types, but I think a lot of the psychic types are meh. I think so many of the psychic types are like
interesting.
I don't know, like all of them are a lot of the psychic types are like weird. Like I don't know, Spoink is weird. But yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, like I think most it's weird to say, but like most psychic types, like I guess like pure psychic types too. Like there's a lot of psychics that like are something psychic, and I think they're cooler. Like Beldum and Metagross and stuff, but they're steel psychic. Like I look at them as a steel Pokemon, definitely more than a psychic.
You gotta count. You gotta count.
You can count them, but like
I count all of them, even if it's dual type. But if we get into cross typings, I'll mention another one.
Yeah,
because there are circumstances where like my favorite this type is also my favorite that type.
Yeah, I also can't pick Gardevoir because of freaking Rule 43 in this, or 30, whatever the heck. Like I can't pick Gardevoir. Like I thought Gardevoir was.
Ryan, come on.
Yeah, sorry, I don't pay attention to that garbage. I really enjoyed Gardevoir in Smash Bros. As the reflect thing, and I thought Gardevoir looked cool, but then I now know what the internet thinks of Gardevoir, and I just can't do it. So I got it.
Gardevoir's badass. My favorite psychic type, and it's actually funny because you actually mentioned this earlier. My favorite psychic type is also the answer to my favorite evolution, and that's Espeon.
Oh, Espeon is good. Espeon's a good
again another Johto Pokemon. I love me them Johto Pokemon, and Espeon is like just perfect. It's like it looks like a pet that I want in real life, but it also looks like a beautiful, majestic Pokemon. But it also looks badass, and it's cute, and it's dope, and it's got a cool shiny, and like the fork. It's so. I think it's such an awesome design that it's sleek and simple. It's an awesome color of pink. The forked tail is badass, and then just the color of the eyes, the forehead gem, and like the ear tufts, like
all of it's good. I agree.
Perfect,
it's a super
simple Pokemon design.
Super good Pokemon. I really like the more not quite simplistic, but like elegant Pokemon designs. Like there's some of the newer Pokemon. There's too much busyness going on. Like there's a lot.
Yeah, there's some of them are over designed. It's a little complicated sometimes.
They definitely are. But yeah, I think Espeon's a fantastic choice. I mean, obviously Espeon's like a Pokemon Coliseum, legend Pokemon too. Very, very cool from there.
Yeah, and then a close second is Jirachi. Just because of
Jirachi's
nostalgia. Jirachi's one of my favorite legendaries or mythicals or whatever. Steel Psychic is a dope type. Very, very cool.
Yeah, that's a cool typing. I agree.
All right, your pick. We'll do one more. You pick the last one.
One more Pokemon type to pick, and I am going to pick. Actually, all right, I'm gonna have to pick my favorite type. My favorite type, which is flying. I love flying types. I'm a big flying type kind of guy. I love birds. You can't tell from my casual gamer tag I always go by. So I'm gonna go with, what's your favorite flying type, Corey?
My favorite flying type. Well, so I already mentioned Altaria as part of Dragon. Altaria is actually my number 2 favorite flying type. And that's the interesting thing about flying types is that flying is almost always the secondary type.
Yes, I know.
So my favorite flying type is also my favorite ground type. It's one of the only ground flying types, and that's Gliscor.
Oh, I actually picked Gliscor as my ground type. Spoiler alert for later.
Interesting.
Because mostly, yeah. Wow, I love Gliscor. Go ahead, you talk about it. Great
Gliscor,
pick.
Gliscor just recently took the number 2 spot for my second favorite Pokemon of all time reverse. Gliscor was number 2, and that spot was taken by Teddiursa. But again, it's like you ask me on a different day, it's one of the other ones. So if it's not number 2, it's number 3. And Gliscor is just so badass. I think you probably remember. I had like a little thing about bats when I was younger. We were like Batty Batito 9 or something. was my name on something.
Yeah.
And to tie that into, again, my love for Johto, my favorite Johto Pokemon during that time, besides like starters and stuff, was Gligar.
Gligar
and he was so damn cool.
So cool.
That's another perfect example of like a relatively simple but super effective Pokemon design. Super cool color, awesome personality. And then I was like, why does this thing not get an evolution? And funny enough, when Gen 4 came out and all these Johto Pokemon got new evolutions, Gliscor didn't interest me for some reason. Maybe it was just the sprite, or maybe it was just because I never saw it in the game. But I wasn't like, oh, that's cool, I love that. It wasn't until later that I kind of looked at Gliscor and I was like, what have I been missing this whole time? And then I've used a Gliscor on so many playthrough teams, and I've also dabbled with it competitively because it's an absolute badass.
It's a monster. It is a monster.
Toxic Heal.
Yes, I was just going to say, yeah, Toxic Heal is crazy. So like Gliscor, my first shiny Pokemon that I ground and caught for was a Gligar. I was trying to get a hidden ability Gligar, and I ended up finding a shiny hidden ability Gligar, which was insane.
That's perfect.
I was like, oh my god. What was that? Yeah, Poison Heal. Yeah, Poison Heal.
Toxic Orb. Poison Heal.
Toxic Orb, Poison Heal. Yes, sir, baby. Gliscor, great Pokemon. Yeah, he's actually, I picked him as my favorite ground Pokemon because I think he just has one of the coolest aesthetics, coolest looks. But my favorite flying type Pokemon. So again, you're totally right. Most Pokemon are flying as a side, and I originally I didn't want to put this Pokemon as a fire type because they're just cooler fire types. But one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is Talonflame. Absolutely love Talonflame. Mostly because it's the closest thing to just a hawkish Pokemon.
Dude, look up Corviknight.
Corviknight?
Look up Corviknight. It's a Pokemon from Sword and Shield. You would fucking love it.
Wait, what is this?
That's the early route bird Pokemon in Sword and Shield. It's steel flying.
I've never seen this Pokemon before.
It's steel flying. It's based on a raven. That thing is 5 feet tall.
Okay. All right, I lied. That might be one of my new favorite Pokemon of all time.
It's sick.
Holy shit. That's actually such a Shadowhawk. That is so cool.
Yeah,
obviously, it's a raven, but
it's
still.
Literally a Shadowhawk.
Yeah, that's fucking okay. Actually, all right. Well, that's going to change my steel answer. I'm not going to lie to you right now. I'm actually going to totally... Oh, that hurts because my... Oh, man. That actually does hurt, but I'm actually totally putting...
Hold on.
That's insane. Corviknight is a badass Pokemon. Oh my lord. But Talonflame. I love Talonflame was on my competitive team because of frickin' Roost. Roost Brave Bird. Yeah. And the priority
Dude,
of Talonflame
in Gen 6 was so busted because of Gale Wings.
Crazy good. Yeah, because of Gale Wings. Yeah. Crazy good Pokemon. But regardless, I've always been a huge guy. Oh my god. Is that the max?
That's Gigantamax Corviknight.
That's sick. That is so
Isn't
sick.
that badass?
Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into this Pokemon more.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Corvisquire. That's also adorable.
The names are Rookidee, Corvisquire, and Corviknight. So it's
that's so perfect for my fantasy shit too. Oh my god. It's
perfect for the region based on England too. It's the knight,
Oh, that's so my god. Wow. Dope. Okay. All right, I'm not going to lie. You actually literally just showed me probably what will be now one of my favorite Pokemon. But to talk about Talonflame. Fantastic Pokemon. Looks really cool. Again, I don't know, a Firebird is also a really cool concept to me. A Phoenix-esque. Obviously, Moltres is more Phoenix-esque than anything else. Or Ho-Oh actually is probably more Phoenix-esque than anything else. But I've always liked the Firebird. Firebird's cool idea. But Talonflame definitely was a very, very, very good Pokemon for me. I didn't like the pre-evolutions as much as Talonflame, so especially now, Corviknight and Rookidee is definitely taking the cake on that. I'm so happy you told me that. Cool. Holy shit. I kind of want to just... What is this? Is this Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield.
I kind of want to play now just to get a Corviknight.
And then never play again. Fantastic. They're great. They were a lot of fun.
Cool. Oh my god, that is so cool. But that's gonna wrap it up for this episode. So that was a little taste for I think honestly let's just do next episode. We can probably do it. Chat a little bit more about some Pokemon types. Always
for
fun.
Sure, I'm always down to talk about Pokemon.
Hell yeah. But that will be it for today's episode anyways, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to us ramble on again back and forth. I certainly did. I love talking to you, Corey. More than anything.
Absolutely.
It's so fun. I miss this so much.
Yeah, I know. Me too. It's been too long.
It really has.
I'm glad to be back in it.
I know. I mean, listen, again, he's the expert podcaster here, so now this is just another day for him. You know what I mean? He always a lot of barking dogs, but yeah, he's Corey's the podcast expert, and I really appreciate him. Pulling me along, making sure he's keeping me on track and all that good stuff, and everything. But I really can't thank him enough.
You know what? This was the OG. This was the podcast. And
you're right. This is the one that started
this is
it
our
all.
Podcast.
Yeah, you're right. This is our child, our love child.
But, years in the making.
Years in the making. But guys, please, if you have any comments, questions, again, as we talked about in the beginning of this episode, if you have any feedback that you want to talk about for, the homework game or any of the formatting that we do for this podcast, please let us know on Twitter, on anywhere you can comment or give us feedback. We would truly appreciate it. Please follow me on all platforms at Shadowhawk SSB. That's Shadowhawk with an E at the end of Hawk, SSB. I honestly have not been streaming at all. I know I keep saying I'm going to be streaming. I have not been because of how life has been. But also, this is so random. We're going to full loop back to the beginning of this conversation when I talk about Smash Bros. Because I always talk about Smash Bros.
Yeah.
P Plus is very, very, very close to having a matchmaking service, just like Melee has now, which is the most PogChamp thing I've ever.
Wait, you don't think Nintendo's just gonna release a?
Nah.
What's it?
Nah.
What's it called?
So like they tried to kill Slippy, and Slippy is like their online service for Melee. They can't do it. They can't do it. What was that?
No, they did.
No, they did. They tried to, but it's out there. It's just out there. Like, never mind. Yeah, but I'm so excited for that. The second,
just at like events, right?
Yeah, at events. Yeah, exactly. They unfortunately have cease and desisted like tournaments, like major tournaments at major Nintendo sponsored Smash events, or not even Nintendo sponsored, but Smash events. Anyways, but when that matchmaking service comes out, I'm not even kidding. I will probably only stream that. I will literally just play Smash Bros. All the time live. If I can just have people to play against, it'd be great. But yeah, follow me at twitch.tv/ShadowhawkSSB, Instagram, Twitter, the whole 9 yards. Follow me at ShadowhawkSSB. Follow us at Player Power Pod on Twitter. Give us all of your feedback, all of your juicy bits that you want to share with us. And where can we follow you, Corey?
You can follow me at Corey Richmond on Twitter, at crichmond6 on Instagram. Also, while you're at it, go follow the Zelda Dungeon YouTube channel and also Gooey Fame on YouTube, because
yes, 100%.
I'm on both of those, and if you like hearing my dumb voice talk, I talk more there. So
not dumb segue, also, not dumb.
And also, you can see my beautiful face. That's the cool thing about the Zelda Dungeon ones, is that you see my dang face. It's a video on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can see his beautiful mustache, guys. He has such
beautiful mustachio.
Brilliant curls in his mustache. It's crazy.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, I really cannot appreciate you guys enough for listening through the end of this. We really love you for that.
Absolutely. Glad to be back. Go follow, like, subscribe, positive affirmation, whatever. Email us, playerpowerpodcast@gmail.com, if you want to send us whatever.
And I think, glad to be back in the swing of things.
Yeah,
See you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.